Hey, it's Shane with GotRom.com. I want to show you a very quick shoulder stability and strengthening sequence. So I want to say right up front that I think that if you work on your posture and you get your shoulder in a good position by working on your thoracic spine and your pecs and just cleaning up all the gunk in and around your shoulder, that your rotator cuff and your shoulder stability tends to automatically be good, especially if you work on the mobility, you improve your posture, you're in a good position, and then you groove good pulling and pressing movements in the gym. If you just groove good patterns and you keep good posture with your mobility practice, then you don't need to do all kinds of fancy rotator cuff strengthening exercises and stuff like that. With that said, there are certain times and certain instances where a little bit of postural retraining to get your shoulder blades used to kind of squeezing together without shrugging and getting your rotator cuff to just kind of have a little bit more grip and stability is a good thing. So I'm going to show you a very brief sequence that I like for shoulder stability and strength. The first exercise that you're going to do is you can take a band, you can be standing or sitting or whatever, and you're going to find a grip that works for you, neither too narrow nor too wide, and you're going to just, without shrugging, stay relaxed and soft and quiet here. You're going to just brace your core and squeeze your shoulder blades together nice and symmetrically, and just do that for reps. You can do 10, 20 reps. You can do little pulses, which helps to kind of feel the symmetry in your shoulder blades. So this is to teach your shoulder blades how to smoothly kind of come together on your back so that when you're pulling or pressing, your shoulder blades can move symmetrically. So when you're pulling or pressing, your shoulder blades can move symmetrically and you're not compensating with your upper traps. Keep those soft and quiet. So either a band or option number 2, if you look down here, I've put this bench on a yoga block so that the bench is at a slight angle so that my hands can have the room that they need to do this motion. So you come down in this position. I also like to rest my forehead on the bench so that my neck and upper traps can relax a little bit. And then the motion is the same. Just how do you squeeze with your shoulder blades on the back? So like this. Squeeze, hold it, and back. Squeeze and hold it. Most people rush through this way too fast. They're doing it like ballistic style. You want to be nice and long arm, slow and smooth, no shrugging, like so. So that's to train your scapula retractors, your rhomboids, and your mid to lower traps for shoulder stability and posture. I don't do a ton of rotator cuff training in my own life, and I don't recommend a ton of it for the average person. But if you do feel like you could use a little posterior cuff strengthening work, just like some people who have certain specific conditions need a little bit of glute training so that their hips function normal. Some people do need a little bit of rotator cuff training, a little bit of postural re-education training to solidify the mobility work that they're doing to maintain good posture. So for rotator cuff training, you can take a dumbbell on the ground or on a bench or whatever, sit in this position, get your shoulder open and back, and then your arm at a 45 or rather 90 degree angle, and very slowly, like you're moving through water, rotate up and guide it back down. You don't want to have this weight too close to you nor too far away, just that nice 90 degree angle, and then shoulder back in a good position. All the stress is on the rotator cuff, and slowly, like you're moving through molasses, guide that weight up and down. Like any other form of strength training, you want to use progressive overload. So you start out with 1 pound, 2, 5, 7, 10, and strengthen that rotator cuff. And I think that if you're someone that needs this extra help on your shoulder, that those are a couple of my favorite exercises. So Enjoy.
Yeah, be cool, just move with the groove.